I am your Director of Customer Care or Director of Customer Success. You can call me whatever. I'm Angel Schott or Angel Scott to some. I'm going to talk to you about Acumatica 26R1 and the upgrade process, and then we're also going to review Acumatica enhancements. So, Acumatica version updates. Acumatica releases 2 versions every year. We're going to have one in the spring and one in the fall. Today we're talking about 26R1, so the release name comes from 2026, the year, and then R1 is release 1 versus release 2, which is in the fall. Like Mimi said, every version has about 2 to 3 major enhancements and about 40 to 50 minor enhancements. We recommend 1 upgrade per year at minimum. And so for these upgrades, we want to make sure that we're reviewing all the release notes for interim versions and the version you're upgrading to. We want to get a sandbox. So SaaS customers, you can get a sandbox for testing up to 90 days. We want to test all of those processes very thoroughly, and especially with the new modern UI that has been introduced in 25R2 and 26R1. A lot of changes there for look and feel and just how your users are going to operate in the system. So the testing is very important for everybody. SaaS customers, your upgrade is going to be done by Acumatica, so you're going to work with your lead consultant to request that and schedule it. And then private cloud customers, you're going to do that upgrade yourself, but we're happy to assist anytime as well. So Acumatica patches and service packs. We've been talking about this for about a year now. So patches, they are released every 2 to 4 weeks with 25R1 and up. So that includes 25R2, 26R1. Patches are going to contain critical and high severity fixes, and they're going to be automatically applied to your instance. You are going to get IT and SaaS notifications from Acumatica as well as me to give you a heads up and let you know that they're going to be applied. And then those service packs are going to be released once about 3 to 4 months after major version releases. And then, of course, the releases for major versions are twice a year. Now, we didn't know a lot a year ago about what patches and service packs were like or any of that. Everybody was kind of climbing into the unknown, and those automatic updates were a little scary for everybody. But we are happy to report that they have minimal impact, and actually, I would say all of those patches have been very helpful because those fixes that sometimes you wait on for the next version to get released, we're able to get them included in patches instead. And they've been very beneficial for everybody. And so I touched on the modern UI. If you are still on 25R1 or before, then you haven't experienced the modern UI yet. I would anticipate that everybody this year is going to get a taste of the modern UI and start checking it out. Like I said, it's very different, but in a great way. You're getting simplified navigation, fewer clicks, faster work. You can personalize your layout, so users and admins can configure the screens your way. Mobile friendly and responsive, it works a lot smoother across all devices. And then a future ready foundation. This is what's going to enable all of those AI features to work really smoothly. And so with the mention of major releases, we want to go to the Acumatica community. So the portal here, if you're not already signed up for the portal or the community, please email me and let me know because I would love to get you signed up. Here under product I have highlighted, you're going to see all of the major releases that are active right now. And then you can also navigate to retired versions if you need to. Currently, we're on 26R1, the product page. And so you see right here, Acumatica 2026 R1 downloads and release notes. And down here, you can get access to the latest build so you know what build you're on. And then if we scroll down, you're going to see some important notes. So you want to follow these every single upgrade. These important highlighted notes, read them, digest them, make sure that you're hearing them. We want to make sure that everybody is very knowledgeable about the version that you're going to before you go there. With that being said, the initial release notes are right here. And then if you are looking for previous version release notes, just go to the product page 25R2, 25R1, whichever versions you're skipping. You want to go really review those notes as well. And then, so the big page here is Acumatica ERP 26R1 release notes, fixes, and enhancements. So these are the things that you're looking for getting fixed in the 26R1 version or enhanced from previous versions. And then if we navigate to system management and to apply updates, you can see here which current version you're on, the last update date, and then if there are any newer versions out that you are not on yet, you would see them in this green box that's currently blank for my screen. And if we navigate over to update history, you're going to be able to see every single upgrade that you have performed so far. So this current release on 26R1, the previous release to 25R1, you can see when it was started, when it was finished, who completed it, and all of that information. And so this leads me to Acumatica enhancements. I talk about this a lot with customers, the ideas page. And so when you're on the Acumatica community, if you have an idea or you're looking for a product enhancement that you don't currently see, I always recommend people go over to the community, go to the ideas page, create an idea, or search and see if somebody has already posted an idea that's similar. And so Acumatica reviews these pretty thoroughly. And as you can see, I have highlighted down here, um, they all have tags on them. So shipped means that they are delivering this feature. Future consideration down here is because they are going to consider it in the future and they're probably gathering feedback. We have shipped again down here. And then see where it says vote right here. We're actually going to go in and this is an upvote right where I am right now. So you're going to go in, give it an upvote, and then if you have an idea that you've shared or an idea that you'd like to be shared, email it over to me. I love to drop it in the newsletter, and then I'll share it with our customers, share it with our internal team, and we'll really fill that bucket for you to try to get that idea shipped. And so finally, I wanted to share a little story about that. So recently we had a customer go live. They had an idea, and so they posted it on the community portal. When they started looking on the community portal, they saw similar issues and kept saying, oh, that's just the way it is, you know, the workarounds aren't there. Um, Not a lot of good feeling, right, initially. But so he said, let's submit an idea. So we submitted an idea on the portal, and then I shared it in the newsletter for upvotes. Our team internally upvoted. We had customers upvote, and then we ended up being able to get from open to gathering feedback. So they're considering his idea. And I included this in here. So this is Mike Warner from Progressive Foam. Like I said, they just went live. So a really exciting time for them. And also just really awesome to see how Acumatica actually puts in the work here in the ideas page. So he said, while working through some pro site issues, I was having a difficult time finding an easy solution. I posted a question in the forums, and all the responses I got from other users were along the lines of, that's just the way you have to do it. So I submitted a product idea to Acumatica. I let Algorithm know about my submission, and they featured it in their email newsletter last week. Since then, it's gotten 18 upvotes, and Acumatica has moved it into the gathering feedback stage. They're considering my suggestion. So, first bullet point from him, make sure you're getting the Algorithm newsletter. And I agree with that. If you're not getting the newsletter, then you need to be. Email me. I'll make sure that you're on the list. We try to make it really helpful. If you have any feedback for it, please email me that as well. Bullet number 2, make sure you're taking advantage of all of the help resources for Acumatica. Documentation, user forums, support tickets, and all in that order. So really grateful to be presenting 26R1 to you today and really excited to see what's next.